You know, I am 50% certain that we're going to find out the identity of the killer in this episode. 50% is leaning towards that cliffhanger because, you know, why the hell not? I'm just, you know, going by the pacing of Broadchurch, and I am, you know, absolutely positive we're going to find out. Like, well, we of course, with episode 7 out of 8, we are definitely nearing the identity reveal of the killer, but I'm just having a hunch by the end of this episode we're going to find out who did it, or we're going to be left on that cliffhanger, so we'll just have to wait and see. But hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with episode number 7 of 8 of Broadchurch Season 1. Alec, there's a lot of worrying times for him at the minute, not just his health, but, you know, how he's handling the case after, you know, we had that Sandbrook person come in and say, you know, he's this, he's that, he failed you, he failed me, he'll fail you. And, you know, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see that person's concerns, especially if he's going around, you know, just, I don't know, accusing everyone and their friggin' dog. So, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Susan's, of course, been brought in, after, you know, they found out that she had, Danny's skateboard, because Tom saw that. Not the wisest idea. I had a feeling that, you know, shit would hit the fan as soon as, you know, Tom would, you know, go into her caravan place. So, yeah, it was not really the best of time for Susan to do that. I mean, surely she should have had a hunch, but, like, that this would have spiraled out of control, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yes, Broadchurch episode number 7, really intrigued to see what happens. Will the killer be revealed? Who knows? Let's go.
18 months or so.
What the hell?
Just last month or two.
So you came down here, you took that case, you took that job,
with this knowledge.
We're nearly there, Miller. I was a killer
Stop
last
pushing
night,
yourself.
Sir, you're unfit for duty.
Alec, you're a stubborn idiot. No, you don't. Just rest.
I don't know when he'll be back, but we carry on. Do not get distracted. Our duty is still to
how
the
Ellie's just
family.
taken, you know, a hold on this. Desperate. Oh no, I was gonna say, is he done? Oh no, come on, Alec.
Everything you've done. Bye for now.
Someone punch him in the head.
Don't be
Might knock
ridiculous.
some common sense.
I told them that I knew
And that's why they
that I
took
was part of
them
it.
into care.
I didn't know. I never knew.
All goes to the horse's mouth. You need to learn from that.
I was pregnant. Social services came.
Then they
Took the baby. They said I wasn't a fit mother.
And that's creating this broken character.
Everything
This Susan.
I told the
Shit.
police got twisted. Thrown back at me.
And that's why she.
Who's
And that's why
convicted?
she's got that thing.
Got life.
Like that hatred for detectives and all
Hung
that.
himself in his cell. I don't think she did.
He was a monster, that's the thing. Oh. Damn. Oh, I think Ellie got teary there, but you don't blame her. That's really rough stuff, and you just have that development with Susan. You just feel so bad for her.
Go for the scan, see how you feel. Because God has sent you this life, and look, you may not agree, but perhaps
it's a new chapter, something that can, you know, start
sent
anew.
you not what you want, but what you need.
That's a really powerful counselling session. Paul's word of advice, Beth and Mark just coming out with their feelings. It's really, really beautiful. It's a shitty time, but this could be kind of a new I know it's horrible to say in a sense, but it's true. This is something they can cherish, maybe. Some light at the end of the tunnel.
And did you recognise the person that laid Danny's body on the beach?
Was it all a blur or something? Like, how distant was she? Oh, she knew. Wait.
Susan.
It's gotta be Nigel. She knew, and it was like, don't you dare tell anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Shit! Fucking stacked with his arsenal. Oh shit. Look at all that. Stacked like a... Is the dog still Dog's still alive.
Was the dog comes around part-time? It's amusing to you.
It's amusing for me, but
Why was there a dog in your backyard?
I'm not here with this interview. Yeah,
Someone
why?
asked me to look after it for him. The owner. This woman. Susan Wright. Who you said you didn't know.
Exactly. Come on, it's all
If you're
stumbling.
gonna lie, you have to be consistent. Because then there's the issue of your alibi for the night of Danny Latimer's death. The one you told us about when we were
Exactly.
interviewing Mark.
He did do
That was
it.
good.
So Nigel threatens you for some unknown reason and you frame him as the killer?
It's,
It was
it's,
him carrying that body.
I was gonna say, it's that kind of thing, like, don't you dare, Sprague, otherwise I will
want to talk
kill
about
you.
her. You should have her arrested. Have her in for harassment. I told her to leave me alone, but she wouldn't.
Yeah, why
When did
leave
she
her
start
alone?
She said she's my mum.
Her son.
Wait,
She's
what?
accusing him of murder. What's going on between them two?
You better ask her.
Okay. Is this the pregnant baby that was taken into care,
when
maybe?
everything happened. 25 years.
Shit! So,
And the law changed.
so
You could request contact.
Nigel is her...
Me
Wow.
18 months to
It's your family, Nigel.
The truth bomb.
Interview paused. 3:03 p.m.
This is... Oh, this is like... Pretty, like... I don't know. Interesting for Nigel.
He threatened to tell you that I abused Danny if I handed it over.
Oh,
said that?
shit. What's Tom...
And did you? Abuse Danny?
No.
I don't think he did. Still, the way he was like...
What were
Touchy-touchy
you
with,
talking
with
to Tom,
Tom.
about at Jack Marshall's wake?
Exactly. The thing he was touchy-touchy with Tom
Just
was like...
making sure he was okay.
That's why, okay. Are you okay? Sometimes you get that comfort vibe. But then again, he could be lying.
How did it all go so wrong? You can't keep it secret.
This is about a
forever.
medical thing, and now it's shifted to Sandbrook, so... That is his, like...
Yeah, maybe
I don't know. His Bahrain of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Maybe it's time.
Get that Doctor Who vibe. I was gonna say, yeah, surely you've gotta... He's running. I mean, to be fair, it's instinct. Like, I wouldn't like to be followed either.
Her car was broken into.
Oh, damn.
The car radio and valuables in her bag were all taken. Just a quick smash and grab as local kids believe.
And
Damn.
dependent.
And that
Yeah,
got...
we couldn't make the case after that, so...
Oh,
Still out there.
smoking gun.
Why did she stop off at the hotel?
The big key. Oh, shit.
This detective sergeant... She was my wife.
Ooh.
We have a daughter, and I didn't want her to know
Had an
that about
affair, and she screwed him
You
over.
took the blame and took all that
Shit.
flack for years.
The family think it's you. But you didn't do it.
Wife,
This is what made you ill, isn't it?
People need to know about this.
Did he?
wife
Really? Why?
kind of got... His wife got screwed. Oh, shit.
You do not name that DS.
The truth must be out there, I guess, but... I mean, it has to be. It's eating him up inside, and he's taking the... Oh...
Right.
He's taking the blame. Damn, that's...
I'm done.
Wow. Wow. that sympathy for Alec.
If I go, I'm not coming back. We'll never see each other again. I can do that. I've done it plenty of times.
Bite him, Vince. Bite him, Vince.
You contact the police and tell them you made a mistake. It wasn't me you saw.
Yeah, he did.
And then you go.
You're the bitter thing, Nigel.
Son of a bitch.
You've got him in you.
And he'll
was
take
you
it.
I saw.
Yeah.
That's 2M, I don't know.
Last month? Last 2 months?
A bit longer.
Can we
Not
borrow
best
Tom's
friends, is
computer?
it?
Fine. Good night.
Maybe she just doesn't want to believe it, like this Danny and Tom rivalry. Tom doesn't like him, so what's Tom got to hide?
What have I done?
Yeah, what have you done? You can't even finish painting this room. 6 bloody months.
6 more months. Just give it 6 more months. It will eventually happen. It must be so frustrating for Ellie at this point. Like, this whole situation. She's been married. Oh.
Of course.
Shit.
Well, what? I'm not sure what Tom sent or whatever. But it's so, it's funny, with, Ellie's husband, him trying to brush things off and all that shit. It's funny how I said, he wouldn't have the cojones to try something like this. You never know. It's always the nice ones though, isn't it? Although I'm still looking at Nigel with a bit of concern as well, because I'm sure he had, something to do with this as well, with the comments as well, but, I mean, that was quite some revealing, it was a revealing episode, definitely, with, the Susan and Nigel connection, of course, with the, whole parental, thing going on. And, you've got that kind of debate now that we know about Susan's husband, and, how sinister Nigel can be, especially when he's with Susan's dog, every time he has that threatening capability, and it's scary. So you just wonder, does history have that, cliched, repeating cycle? History does tend to repeat itself. Would he do that? I don't know. But we did find out what happened with the tractor, of course, because of course that was, the fuel was siphoned, wasn't it? With Nigel's pheasants thing, which he should be locked up for. No, I don't know. This guy reeks of, sinisterism, and yeah, he's up there. But so is Tom. I mean, I even said it before when he was, so nervous, in the first episodes when he deleted the messages first. I mean, what have you got to hide? And then the way he was trembling his cup, oh god. So I've had my suspicions on Tom for quite some time, but now everything's just coming, to fruition. Everything's coming out now with, Tom's hatred, his real feelings for Danny, how he hated him, and how, Paul said that there was a little kerfuffle going on. So something's going on, so something really, 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 really bad happened. Whether he did kill Danny or not, something's, I don't know. Something has, sparked Alex's mind, completely with what Tom had to delete. So I'm really, really interested to see what that's all about. It's got to do with Danny's murder, surely. Although it could be death threats, rather than the actual, killing of Danny. It could just literally be death threats, if he, was intimidating to Danny. So, who knows? But that, I mean, kids these days can, tend to swing that way, especially if you've got technology, you can send death threats and that, so, they can swing in that direction, so that's why I'm thinking, it could be death threats, it could be something else, but we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, these two are supposedly pros at computering, so, compared to other children, I guess, in their class, so we'll just have to wait and see, but I'm really, really invested to see what's going to happen in the final episode of season 1. It's been an interesting season, a lot of, moments where you look at something and then you're like, oh, switch away, looking at potential people, now that they've been labelled as that, I can see why why they could be framed for killing, certain people, but, it's been a really, really interesting season, and not just in terms of the mystery behind who killed Danny, but the writing, the acting, it's all been incredible. So, and not just that, but other areas, which I'll get onto in a minute, because there was one scene in particular which, had me really, really hooked as well. I think we all know what we're talking about. But no, it was just a really, really fun episode. Especially like I said, more sinister from Nigel, of course, confronting Susan. And I just love that little shot when, they were telling about, that revelation about, him being him being taken into care. He was the one that, social services took away when, he was a baby. But yeah, it was just really, really awesome stuff. And there is, like I said, there is that level of sinisterism from Nige. So, but, I mean, you thought about that as well, Susan. I mean, Susan's got more of an excuse now because, when we first got introduced with Broadchurch, you looked at her with suspicion, you had to keep your eyes on her. And she always was shady. And in this episode, you just feel sorry for her with everything that's gone on with, her husband, what happened to her daughters, and now that she's gotten her own son to threaten him, it's really, really shitty for Susan. So there's that level of sympathy you have for Susan. It's going to be interesting as well to see how Dean plays into the picture, because now he's got himself into this whole situation with him, revealing to Mark and Beth that, Danny used to, on evenings, Danny used to, hang with him and Nige. So something's gone on. And Mark, someone who is, you would call it allies, but someone who is allied with Nige. He was none the wiser about this. So Dean, with the surprise, throwing him in there, in terms of information, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where that leads. Surely the police will want to speak to him as well, of course, since he's got this vital information. I mean, Nige is still a bit, in hot water anyways, because he is probably the, as well as, a potential killer, he was the one, he's most likely the one that had that little bit of an attack on episode 6 ending, because the masked guy's size feet were 10, weren't they? So was, of course, Nige. So, I mean, it could be a coincidence, but come on. And then we got the Sandbrook thing, which is the thing I wanted to talk about, because that was a really revealing scene as well, with the whole situation regarding Alec's wife and how he took how he felt he was guilty of letting down that family with his wife, having that affair, everything that was vital being lost. Yeah, that was quite an impactful scene as well, especially when you saw Alec, how his emotions got the better of him, and understandable. I mean, it was a pretty rough scene for Alec to, finally come out with the truth. It's funny though, I mean, with everything that we've been told about Sandbrook is a really, really intriguing, mystery regarding the backstory of Alec, but with everything that's been told, it's like, oh, Alec did this, Alec did that, but we know that Alec took the blame for his wife's bullshit, so it was a really, really powerful scene, but I just felt that was a really, really, it was really great to see that, you know, come out as well in this episode. I also really loved the scene with Mark, Beth, Ed, Paul as well, with that counselling session where, you know, Mark and Beth were coming out with like their feelings. It was just it was a really, really great scene, especially regarding the predicament that Beth's in with her pregnancy. So it's like, it was a really, really great scene with, you know, Paul just, you know, being the, I guess, well, literally he was the counsellor, but, yeah, it was, I thought that was a really, really great scene and I just really appreciated it. But, yes. The next episode, everything's coming, well, I wouldn't say everything might come out. I mean, they might drag some things into season 2, but we should surely get full clarification on Danny's death, everything going on. It's going to be really, really juicy. After season 1 has just been an incredible journey, and like I said, it's going to be really, really juicy to see how they conclude this. But yeah, season 1 has been absolutely wild. It's been an absolute brilliant journey with a lot of, you know, thinking involved, you know, placing markers on who, you know, has the cojones to kill Danny or whatever. Like say, he did it, she did it, they did it. But no, it's been a really, really fun season so far. I can't wait to see what season 2 has to bring, but this has been a really, really great starting point for Broadchurch. And I've been really, really enjoying my journey through this first season. So I can't wait to see what comes out in the final episode of season 1. But yes, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!